today we got a very special one for you guys. We are going to be listening to and reviewing one of our favorite albums of all time. Personally, one of the best albums of the 90s for me. The 30th anniversary of Purple is here. Today we're listening to the album and reviewing it for you guys. All right, everyone. Welcome to the Puddle of Grunge podcast. Colby, what do we got for today?
As we mentioned earlier, we're going to be listening to Purple by Stone Temple Pilots.
Yes, sir. One of our favorite albums. Back there, one of our favorite albums. We literally just listened to it, but we're treating ourselves by listening to it again. So, everything's better the second time through. So we're going to just listen to it and review it for you guys. It's going to be hard for every song to not be at least a 9 or above. But yeah, this is a phenomenal album. Hope you guys enjoy. Let's get right into it. So the first song on this album is Meat Plow.
It's just like a train rolling. That's exactly what it feels like to me.
Scott's vocals on this especially, he's just comes straight into it. It's just raw.
It's very expressive.
Yes. Erickson is such a groove right now, dude.
I know, that's what I was saying. Well, I thought it skipped for a second. Yeah, it's just like, just slightly, it's almost like he's behind the beat.
Yeah.
Because he's almost kind of swinging it a little bit.
Eric does swing though.
Which gives it that sauntering kind of.
Gives it an edge.
It's like the vocals are a little dissonant.
Yeah, there's a little bit of...
The harmonies, I mean.
Yeah. He's definitely got an effect on his voice for that chorus. Or that pre-chorus build-up. This solo is so scratchy, but it's just... Oh, it's nasty.
A lot of pre-bends.
Yeah,
Killer pre-bends.
I was telling Colby earlier, I was trying to learn this solo today, and there's like a weird pre-bend in this solo that he does where he grabs one of the strings while bending the other string at the same time. It's really weird. You'd have to look it up, but it's, yeah, man, Dean's just a monster on this.
All right, so that was track 1, Meat Plow.
Track 1, Meat Plow. What a just monstrous track to start out with. STP is phenomenal with album openers. I think we've garnered that from Core and their other albums. But, God, Meat Plow is just a phenomenal one to start with.
I've always loved the riff of it.
Yeah.
I think it's just got such a great rhythm. It's just like it tumbles over top of itself in a little way. Yeah. Just like the way that you play it. It's like it's just kind of...
And it is so fun to play. The tone that Dean goes for just on this entire album is just nasty, man. He's got a nasty tone on this one.
It's like dry while also being very kind of smooth at the same time.
Yeah.
Or like it's clean but it's dirty at the same time.
You hear everything crystal clear. Like
all the notes.
Yeah. He just has just a great...
When you're playing through those Marshalls.
Yeah, the Marshalls with the AC30 and the Demeter preamps. And
wonder why his sound is always so good.
Yeah, dude. He's
just playing through great products.
Gearhead. So. Definitely a gearhead. Dean is definitely a gearhead. But yeah, this is just an outstanding first track. I really don't have much more to say about it. I feel like,
you do.
I mean...
It's got an expressive solo.
Yeah.
Dean on some of like the more hard rock tracks on this has very raucous and expressive wah-based solos.
Oh, no, yeah, I was going to say his use of the wah through this entire... It's like he's got something to prove with it. I don't know why. He uses it on the slide part on Big Empty. He uses it.
Mm-hmm.
Silver Gun Superman, he uses it, and it's nasty on Silver Gun. He uses it on Kitchenware and Candy Bars. Just using it through the entire album. Way more than I feel like he used it on Core. And it works so well. And even like with his slide playing, I feel like he plays slide a lot through this album. Like, he's playing it on little lead parts on this song, on Meat Plow. And just throughout the entire album, I feel like he just wants to up his technique throughout the entire thing.
So you're saying he litters the album with...
He litters the album with slide playing, and I like it.
I like it, too.
Another thing I was going to add is...
There you go.
Eric's snare tone, dude. I think... Personally, for me, Eric has one of the best tones of his kit. I know, like, now he uses a Rototom kit, which I think definitely contributes to the sound live. But in studio, I don't know what he was using. I think he uses a Ludwig kit.
I'm not really sure.
His power and going into those choruses with those little fills on the snare, just, man, send it over the top.
Yeah, as we'll hear on some later tracks, because of course this is not our first listen. We already said that.
No, this is probably over 50th listen.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Easy.
And we'll just see an evolving. It's kind of the thing with all Brennan O'Brien albums.
Yeah.
There's an changing drum sound.
Yeah.
Throughout, because we'll see on Loungefly later, completely different drum sound.
Mm-hmm.
And use of different parts of the kit.
Interstate, there's a completely different drum sound.
Oh yeah.
So many different, like, he's just using so many different techniques, and just his creativity around the kit as well is something I've always admired from Eric. But I mean, you can harp on the bass part a little bit for Rob on Meat Plow. It's just,
yeah, on Meat Plow for me, I think it's kind of more he's following the bass on this one, or the guitar on this a lot. Some of these other tracks though.
Oh,
he strays.
He's by himself, bro.
He strays.
Yeah, he's on an island.
But in the perfect musical, like, counterpoint. Yeah. I don't know if it's counterpoint, but
perfect musical fashion.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'd say a little bit, but just in perfect stylistic choices. We always like to use the word stylistic, but they interplay all the genres that they love into this. That's what makes this album so good. But Meat Plow, it's such a solid opening track.
I mean, you can just tell from just this one that it's going to be an evolution from the last album.
That's a great thing to say.
You can just tell. They come at it with a completely different energy. I mean, I know that Core starts off with Dead and Bloated, which it's hard to match that energy, but this one just has something different to it. The way Scott comes in with his vocals, they're raunchy, dude.
They must have known something was going to happen with this album.
Yeah, so they knew this album was going to be big, and you can tell. But yeah, Meat Plow, man, that's a 9.5 out of 10 for me.
That's literally what I was going to say. I was going to say 9.5 out of 10.
9.5 out of 10 for me. It's fun to play, it's fun to listen to, and it just gets your ear in the right way.
You know, I think we probably both can agree on this. There's going to be multiple 10s on this.
Yeah, there's going to be multiple 10s.
Multiple 10s on this album.
100%. Through and through.
This could be the highest rated album we've done so far, and I'm making a pre-guess and estimation.
Yeah, could be the highest rated one.
Could be.
All right. So, the next song on the album is one of the singles, Vaseline. Isn't Rob using a wah on this?
Yep, he's using wah on his bass.
Oh, I love it. Scott's crooning voice is back. So good, dude.
This little...
Eric's keeping perfect time. Eric is keeping perfect time on the hi-hat with hitting all those ghost notes at the same time, bro.
Yeah, he only uses a snare. That's all he has is bass, drum, hi-hat, crash. It's just like he's filling in all the spots he would use on other parts of the kit on his snare.
Yeah,
I love that. He's got a loose wrist, for sure, to be able to bass wall returns.
I was going to say, you can feel the bass on the floor.
I can't even express how much I love Rob and Scott's harmonies there right after the solo.
Ooh, Vaseline, bro. Colby, I'll let you start off on this one, man.
There's so much to talk about with this song.
Holy shit.
So one thing I want to go back to in one of our old videos, we were asking, what is the stadium track?
It might be
I said Vaseline back in the day. I'm not looking for you to change your answer, but I just am back to support my answer again. That this is the one to get the crowd moving, dude.
Yeah.
This is the one I believe to get the crowd moving.
Yeah, man. And I mean, they opened the show with this one for a reason, dude.
They start with Bucket Garden.
Yeah, they do start with Bucket Garden.
Sorry.
I've seen them open the show with this before, though, on like
older tours. Oh,
yeah.
Well, it's perfect.
It's perfect for opening a show, dude. Just the way it builds up with Rob with the wah on the bass, man. It just his tone for this is so dirty. It's a nasty, disgusting.
It's
tone,
overdriven.
Dude.
Yes.
On those amp pegs, man. Just imagine 4 or 5 of them. He's standing in front of them.
Ridiculous,
dude.
Yeah, but there's so much I love about this track. Dean's tone on it is absolutely perfect. The rhythm of the riff itself,
Yeah.
it's slightly harder to do than you think.
Because
it's simple. It's 2 notes.
It's so simple, but just the way that he plays it, the rhythm with it, and keeping in time with what Eric's doing,
exactly,
is extremely hard to do to get that rhythm right.
Because he has to settle in while Eric is doing those embellishments.
Yeah.
And all those ghost notes. Just like, you snagging on one note can throw you completely off time. He's got to be like a rock, just staying on that. And Rob too.
It's phenomenal. I think the song's kind of a little ode to Led Zeppelin on this. Little Dazed and Confused Led Zeppelin with the outro of Scott kind of wailing on the end. There's so many ghost notes in this. Little John Bonham action. Dean's tone on this kind of reminiscent of some Jimmy Page tones. It's such a rock album, dude. This is a rocker. With
so many small elements that just add to it and, create this beautiful amalgamation of styles. But here, you want to hear what I was going to say?
Yeah, go for it.
So to me, especially at the final chord of the part before, before they go back into that, when he's holding on that C, it sounds exactly like In Utero Dirty Tone to me.
Oh.
Do you hear it at all? Just think of him hitting that note. It sounds exactly like something from In Utero. Not saying that Brendan O'Brien and Steve Albini, he copied him, but it sounds exactly like it to me.
That's a great comparison.
They probably use Marshalls too. Yeah. Marshall cabs at least.
Yeah, I mean.
Actually, never mind. They would be using completely different things because
Kurt
was using quad reverbs with Utah speakers. I watched a video on this for all of In Utero. So,
was it the Nirvana guitars video?
No.
Oh. But anyway, yeah, Dean's tone is just nasty. Very, very, just dirty tone, man.
Talk to me about the solo.
So you guys saw my reaction during the solo.
You quivered.
It kind of makes you do that.
You quaked.
Who thinks to hit a harmonic there? Dean DeLeo, bro. That's who thinks. And I mean, he doesn't do it live, sadly. If he did it live, bro, I don't even. But
I might throw up.
I might throw up. It might cause a reaction in my body to make me throw up. I don't know what would happen, but dude, that's just such a nasty, fiery solo, dude.
Yes, good word, fiery. It's perfect. Yeah. It's just over in a moment.
Yeah, it's so quick. This whole song is so quick. I feel like this entire album, even though it's, how long is it? 47 minutes. It doesn't feel like it. It just goes by so fast because every single song you want to listen to. Every single song has you're like, okay, yeah. I know why I listen to this. Yeah. I know why it's on the album. It makes sense that it's here. This is a summer album. This is a great summer album.
This is an anytime.
Yeah, I mean,
but it is a summer album. It is a summer album, but it's an anytime.
It's an anytime album. Hence why we've listened to it probably over 100 times.
You said 50 earlier.
I said over 50, actually.
Okay.
So over 100 could be in play.
You're right.
But, Colby, you got anything else to add for Vaseline?
I love Rob Dukes of the Wall, as we were saying, during the song. It's just something different. This might be the only time he does it on the album. It might be.
Right. Yeah, we'll have to listen for it.
Such a weird thing to do, really.
I mean,
Cliff Burton, Rob DeLeo, other people have done it, but
yeah,
those are two people I think of, especially because I'm listening to grunge stuff. So
yeah, that's just
great stylistic choice. 10 out of 10 for me.
Yeah, this is a 10 for me too. I think it's hard not to give this one a 10. It's phenomenal. So the next song on the album is Loungefly.
This is going to be long.
What? The review? Oh, yeah, it'll be long. It'll be like an hour and a half. 2 hours.
Sorry, Nate. Oh, I was so off time. But do you see how much there's reverb on this snare?
Yeah. There's reverb on this entire thing. It's soaked, dude.
Also, how do they even do this in 94?
I don't know. I couldn't. Don't ask me, man. That's the wrong guy. Watch the Rick Beato interview. We might talk about it.
Oh, probably. Like a song in open D minor. Yeah, you make a great catchy hook over top of it. How do you do it?
I don't know. Just be genius musicians like Stone Temple Pilots.
A return of a Dean slide here.
That's twice on the album. Scott is just such a stream of consciousness writer, dude. I know we've said it before, but like his writing style is something that not a lot of people can do, and he just does it so well.
Yes, I completely agree. Just his use of...
It's very Bowie-esque.
Yeah. Just his descriptive words.
Yes.
Are very interesting.
It's just such a cool part.
It's beautiful.
Yeah. And we tried to decipher earlier. We don't know if it's a 12 string on this or not. Not sure.
We're assuming. I think we're assuming that it is.
Yeah. You hear that little build up in the bass by Rob?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Probably in drop D. With it being in D, open D minor, it's got to probably be in a... What is he hitting? Is he in an alley? Is he hitting the top of a trash can?
Well, yeah, no, I was going to say, it sounds like his kit is literally like a street performer kit. It's awesome.
Like that I don't know if that's gated reverb, but it just...
I mean, I know that they started experimenting more with different recording styles on Tiny Music with their drums, like going outside. And recording them for Big Bang Baby and stuff, and like recording in different rooms. But this sound is just something that should be desired by every drummer. It's just so beautiful.
I love this little noodle by Dean here.
Yeah. Wow. That's another one that like going back. I mean, I know that we've listened to this album so many times, but like listening to it in this context when we're actually like paying attention super deeply to the details, it's kind of hits you again.
Mm-hmm.
You know, it's that's a great one.
Yeah, there's so much to dissect in this track.
Yeah. Scott, man, let's talk about that. I think I saw something that I think Rob wrote this song, at least the music for it, and then obviously Scott wrote the lyrics. But Scott's voice on this, man, there's just so many. I think there's a lot of effects on his voice, especially in that opening part. Definitely reverb delay on there. It sounds like he's just crashing, you know? It's just, this whole track just crashes down. I don't really know how to explain it, but yeah, I love it.
It's like you just got a ton of baggage on your shoulders when you're listening to it in a way.
Yeah.
Like I don't know if I want to use this word, but with like the song and the lyrics of it, it's a little perverse in a way.
Yeah.
You know, I want to, until you need
dirty,
me.
Yeah.
Yeah, what was a sultry?
Yeah, it was sultry.
No, it's not sultry
it's
though.
Raunchy.
It's raunchy.
Meat Plow's raunchy. That's a raunchy.
All of you know.
Yeah, you know.
A lot of the 90s bands were a little raunchy.
Get a little raunchy here and there. But, yeah, no, I totally agree with you. It feels like there's a lot of baggage on this one.
Yeah.
And I think I read I saw in a video that they wrote
on a plane.
Yeah, they were on a plane. Like it was bad turbulence or something, and the riff is kind of like supposed to feel like a plane like crashing down. So I feel like it kind of emulates that.
That's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah, it's just, and then Dean's slide playing on this, man, just
it's unique.
It's awesome, you know. They're like one of the biggest bands in the '90s in a time where a lot of people do not use slides. To be quite honest,
in the rock genre, at least, for the most part,
it's not as common in the genre of music that we cover on this channel, right? And it's just he uses it so much, and it's so interesting in the way that he uses the slide. I love it.
Yeah, I absolutely agree. And also, I forget where I heard this, but I've heard that D minor is the saddest key.
Oh, is it actually?
Supposedly, you know, this
D minor chord does sound pretty sad.
It is very sad.
Yeah. That makes sense.
Yeah, and they say that the key of D minor is a lot of really sad songs are written in D minor.
Okay.
And this song, you know, it's almost kind of like it's a hellscape.
Yeah.
That's kind of what it feels like to me, especially with like the wow.
And with just the drums feeling like they're bouncing off of everything. It just feels
It's like rummaging around in your brain.
yeah, exactly. Like everything's just kind of spinning. You're in a whirlwind kind of thing.
That's exactly what it feels like.
Yeah, Loungefly is so good, dude. I think I'm ready to rate it.
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna give it a 9.
A 9.
Yeah, it's a 9 for me. Yes, so I'm rating Loungefly a 9 out of 10.
Folks at home, this man has lost his mind. I don't know what to say. I know I just said it, but
Yeah.
that's crazy to me. Especially this just one of the most atmospheric songs on the album.
Yeah.
And it's not single-esque. It doesn't have to be. It's perfectly in place for this album. So I was almost thinking a 9.2.
Okay.
But that 0.2 is a big difference.
0.2 is a big difference.
That's a 92%. You gave it a 90. You gave it an A-. I give it a
A minus.
A.
92 is an A minus.
You know.
Still.
Grading scales vary.
Grading scales vary.
I'm just giving you a hard time. It's right around that point.
Yeah.
As good as like, a song made in this fashion can be.
So I'm excited for the next one. Colby, you got anything?
I've never heard it.
I've never heard the next one. We don't have a day dedicated to it or anything. No, I'm not wearing a shirt dedicated to it.
But Loungefly, just one of my favorite album tracks off of any 90s album, and happy to hear it again.
Yes.
So let's hear the next one.
So you guys definitely know number 4 from Purple.
Stone Temple Pilots album?
No. The Blues Traveler album. 4.
Mm-hmm.
Anyways, the 4th song on Purple is one of our favorites. We got a whole day dedicated to it. I'm wearing the damn shirt for it right now. Interstate Love Song. There's songs that transcend time, and this is one of them, dude.
Was this recorded yesterday? Because it sounds like it.
Could have been, bro. That tone just bites you, dude.
So clean, in a way.
How does a hard rock band like SDP manage to write a pop song like Interstate Love Song, dude? It is a pop song, dude. Listen to this.
And Sacrifice no edge.
No edge,
at
bro.
all.
Oh my god.
It's impossible not to move to this song.
I know. You have to be moving at least your foot, your head, something, bro.
If I wasn't on camera, guys, I would be air drumming right now.
Yeah. Dean's percussive elements are always something that I'm like, oh yeah.
Dean's what?
There's percussive elements that he employs in the songs. I mean,
That's so stupid.
it's just
There's just so much clarity
ever,
in
dude. It is one of the greatest songs ever.
there's just so much clarity in every note hit, every chord strummed, every note sang.
Let's talk about the chord play on this one too, because it's just the chords that Dean is playing and then what Rob is playing under it, dude. Come on, oh man, I love it. Just makes you smile. This song just makes you smile. This entire album just emotes such a good feeling. This song specifically, though, I can't harp on it enough how much I love that riff, dude. It's so fun to play and it's timeless. That is something that will stick in your head forever. It's like, yeah.
It's classic.
Yeah, and there's a reason for it. It rings in your ears so well. It's chimey. Dean's tone on it is just phenomenal, and I love everything about it.
Yeah, to me, it could be musically the most perfect song ever made.
I could be in agreement with that. I could be in agreement with that. Everything lines up perfectly. From Eric's little, I mean, he doesn't do as many like fills that you'd expect him to do on this. There's really not a lot of that, but when he goes into the chorus with the full kit fill and then goes straight onto the ride, it's just everything works perfectly for the song. All the pieces were put together perfectly. It's a one of a kind song.
Yeah, like we were just talking about, it's or what I said earlier. It's just an amalgamation of all these different styles.
Yeah.
Worked perfectly into a hard rock song that has a pop hook.
Exactly. That's
somehow not somehow. They could have wrote
anything.
Right. Yes, they can do
everything. Anything.
And just to fit this bass line underneath this song is ridiculous.
This is just a song that you want to drive with your windows down, your hair just flowing in the wind, man. It just makes you feel like that. It's just a peak life song. Just makes you feel like having a good moment in life when you hear this song.
A PLS.
PLS. What is that?
Peak life song.
Yeah, peak life song. Is that a new term?
Coin it.
Coin the peak life song. Could be many of those on this channel, but this is one of them. The first added to the list. Yeah, Colby, you got anything else to add that we haven't already said?
Well, yeah, you gushed a lot on it, and I'm very happy. I was very happy to hear it. Yeah, we both think this is one of the best songs ever made. Or as I said earlier, nothing put in the wrong place on this. Everything is right. The performances on the song are unbelievable. Yep. Scott's voice is just ridiculous. Yep. It just hits everything. It's a 10 out of 10 for me.
11 out of 10 for me. You can go over 10 if you want.
I'll give it 11 out of 10 then.
11 out of 10 for Interstate Love Song. How could you blame us, really? It's a perfect one. 11 out of 10. Over perfect. It's extra credit. But yeah, Colby, the next song on the album, what do we got?
Okay, I didn't actually remember. Track 5 is Still Remains. The reason I love that part so much is while Dean is staying in the chords, Rob is doing the moving around.
Yeah. When we play this one together, you're moving around a lot.
Just happened in the last song, too. It's when he's playing the chords, it's Rob's doing the moving. Writing a melody underneath of a melody is a
hard thing to do.
Yeah. That one doesn't take control of the other one.
Yeah.
Play off each other.
I think Scott just has a knack for writing love songs, man.
Pretty unassuming ones, I'd say.
Ones that...
I'll drink the water that you leave.
It's
not unassuming.
It's not unassuming at all. But you got this, Atlanta, Wonderful. He's just great at expressing his love for his lady. And it's, man.
Or infatuation.
Infatuation.
That could be another word, with the way that he, explains it.
Yeah, it's once again his use of descriptive words. His use of descriptive words in this one is something that I've always...
Drinking orange blossom reasons. Sorry, I cut you off, but I think that's the lyric. Drinking orange blossom reasons.
Dragonflies are flying over. Just imagine sitting out in a field with... It's just...
Your lover.
Man, this has always been one of my favorites off Purple. I think if I had to choose another song besides Interstate, this would probably be my favorite song off of Purple, just because it's got so much meaning to it. It's a perfect... I give this one a 10, personally. I'm going to go ahead and rate it for me real quick, but there's just so many elements of it that I love so much. Dean's guitar playing in this one, it's so slidey, and his use of chords, especially leading into the chorus, are very interesting, his choices. But yeah, Colby, you were talking a little bit about the bass and creating a melody underneath of what Dean's playing. Rob does that so well, and everything about this song is just great for me.
Yeah, he just drives it underneath one. I'd almost call the guitar sound on this song jangly.
Yeah.
It's almost jangly.
Yeah.
I don't know. This could have been a single coil, man.
It might have been.
I tell you, it could have been.
Could have been on his telly.
Yeah, I would assume so. Even though this Les Paul album, that might be
He might have. I think he might play it on a Telecaster Live. To be honest,
Yeah, I can't really remember.
I don't know.
But yeah, I agree with pretty much everything that you said. One of my favorites off the album, probably not number 2.
Yeah.
But it's in the top 5 of this. It's just such a meaningful song.
Yeah.
Probably for so many people.
And I mean, I get goosebumps when I hear this song. Like, actually, it's kind of one of those things you just close your eyes and envision the song. And it's just so well structured, especially that middle section where it opens up so much with just Dean and Eric there. And that fill to go back into the last verse by Eric is kind of it's one of my favorites on the album. Once again, his tone is just massive, especially on this song. You can definitely feel it, even though he's I feel like he's laying back a little bit on this. It's not leading into the chorus, obviously, but during that verse, he's laying back a lot, I feel like, even though his tone is still just massive. But yeah, this is one of my favorites, always has been. It holds a special meaning, and yeah, I'm giving this one a 10 for me.
I'm going 9.6.
Good rating.
What did I give Meatplow? 9.5?
No,
I gave it a 10?
Yeah.
Okay, yeah. 9.6 for Still Remains.
Yeah.
Like I said, it's up there, and just with how many strong songs there are, it absolutely kills.
Yep.
So.
Yeah, so the next song on the album is Pretty Penny. Gotta have their acoustic classic. I really do think the harmonies on this chorus are beautiful, though.
Absolutely.
Yeah. Especially with that guitar playing underneath it. It almost sounds like a sitar.
But it's probably in a weird tuning.
Yeah.
Well, I know the acoustic part is in standard.
Yeah. Isn't it just like what chord is it?
I don't know. It's very odd, though.
I think I tried to learn it one time.
Me too.
Can't remember.
Oh, the song's over.
Just
back into it.
Just joshing. I love that little lick right there.
I know.
I love it.
I was waiting to say it when I was gonna show up.
He switches up the rhythm right
Yes,
there.
there's alteration in this song. Gosh. Same wavelength, guys. Scott Weiland or Kid Cudi?
Scott Weiland did it first. Scott Weiland walks, and Kid Cudi can run.
Gosh.
Pretty Penny.
It's still just so pleasant.
It is pleasant. It is a pleasant song to listen to. And it's a little bit off-putting.
It's a little dissonant.
Yeah, it's a little bit off-putting. Especially in the scope of this album, with how hard-rocking most of these songs are. They went in an acoustic on the last A side of the album is an acoustic, and that's just interesting to me. They gotta have their acoustic classic though. Creep, Encore. What? Is there one on Tiny Music? Is Art School Girl acoustic?
Daisy is almost all acoustic.
Okay.
Yeah. It's got a slide guitar, but it's mostly just stabs with chords.
And we got Atlanta on number 4.
And then Wonderful
on Shangri-La-Dee-Da. They gotta have the acoustic classic. Can't complain, really. No, this song is just very interesting altogether. It's weirdly timed, I feel like, because Dean switches up his, he alterates what he's doing throughout the entire song.
Yeah, his rhythmic strumming is different.
Yeah.
It's hard, unless you've really, really practiced, it's hard to strum the exact same thing every single time.
Yeah.
With the same accent on everything, but he just tends to kind of go with the flow in the song.
Yeah.
A little bit, and I don't know, just listen to the song again. We've kind of talked about Pretty Penny before.
Mm-hmm.
It can be a skip.
Yeah.
kind of just doesn't take away from its integrity on this album, man.
Yeah, it still holds strong.
It's still strong.
Yeah.
It's,
You know. Eric's playing bongos on this song, so there's just such a wide range of musical styles that they use throughout this album. Like, this song sounds like it could be a sea shanty, a little bit. It's got a little sea shanty vibe to it.
You go, I say.
Exactly.
Well, exactly.
I don't know. There's just so many different styles of music.
That's what sailors do, if you didn't know. Old timey sailors. Not now.
Not now.
Not our Navy SEALs.
Nope. Anyways.
Is that right? Yes.
Yeah. Anyways.
Or Coast Guard.
Anyways, sailors. Pretty Penny.
No.
What a good album track. Good album track. I think I'm gonna rate it an 8-9.
You know, I was about to go 9, but I might drop it down and match it with you. This is an 8-9, folks.
8-9. The first below 9 on the album, and it took.
It might not happen
6
again.
songs. I don't think it's gonna. I actually don't think it will.
I don't think it'll
happen again. Yeah, but I know this is actually some people's favorite song though. So.
No. I mean, I get it.
I get it. Yeah. Any song on this album could be someone's favorite song. It's like that for any album, but this one just has so many good ones that it's understandable for every song.
Mm-hmm.
But Colby, got anything else to say? Pretty Penny?
Let's go on to the next one.
Okay, so the next song on the album is Silver Gun Superman. Scott is massive for this pre-chorus.
Dual vocals. Just like Dean's chords underneath this part has moving notes that create a melody underneath it, and you can't even notice it if you never listen.
That tone is aggressive, dude.
It's not chuggy.
No, it's just aggressive.
It is, yeah. It's like a dog.
Yeah. Rottweiler. With the Rottweiler tone.
More harmonic movement than you could ever catch on a first listen.
Eric's playing the hell out of that bell on the ride, dude.
Yes, he is. What about, we were just in the middle of a rocker.
Yeah, let's just swing it a little bit. Scott was just one of those guys you could literally go to a jazz lounge and find him singing. It's just any style, dude.
It's one of my favorite Eric drum grooves is that part. You can just hear, like, first of all, these amps have got to be cranked.
Oh, yeah.
You can just hear the harmonics in him playing it just a normal. He doesn't even have to be hitting. It's just in it. It like ruminates around the note. You hear it in your head.
Dude, then he just lets it fucking rip, bro. He just lets it rip. Oh my god.
I just love that they left the ending raucous.
Oh yeah, it's just chaotic, kinda. I love it. Oh my god, dude.
There's so much to talk about with
that
this.
That solo is disgusting. But let's start out at the beginning with that first riff, man. It just comes in so hard. The wah is just, once again, Dean's wah use on this album. Amazing. It's just great work, dude. This riff is no exception. One of my favorite SDP riffs. It's just heavy.
Simple and just gets right to the point.
Simple and drop D, dude. That's all you need.
Bow, bow, no.
Yeah, you said that one of Eric's grooves on this is one of your favorites, and that.
Yeah, in that when he's doing the "Wait for Me."
Yeah.
He just locks it in and just keeps it consistent the entire time.
Yeah. Rob's bass under this as well. There's so many little parts that he fills in that you never even notice, but like leading up into the chorus, there's a little fill that he has, and it accentuates. It's definitely accentuated. I don't know if Brendan O'Brien did that on purpose. So yeah, no, Rob's bass is just very accentuated. I don't know if Brendan O'Brien did that on purpose in the mix, or if Rob requested that, because his bass is very prominent in all of these songs.
It better be.
Better be, dude. He needs to shine, dude. He needs to shine through. But yeah, Colby, this one is just a stellar song.
Yeah, I'm gonna piggyback off of one of my favorite bass parts on this song is the only way I can explain it is if I sing it, boo doo 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 doo. That part where I think he hits like a blues note, and it just kind of gives it a different color.
Shifts it, yeah.
Gives a little tinge of something else, and it's like this could be like just like a blues song.
Yeah. This song live as well, you guys. Dean and Rob, when they do this, the solo is not the same live. I mean, it's really just noodling a lot of the solo, but when he plays it live, man, there's so much heart and soul that goes into it. And Rob, what he plays is even crazier. Yeah.
Yeah, I think like Dean doesn't need to shred.
No.
That we've always talked about Dean's phrasing, and his phrasing is just perfect with so many like going in with the pre-bend. Yeah, like he pre-bends so much.
And
you just have such command over the strings and the fretboard. Like you're gonna spot where he's gonna, or you can't spot, but he just spotting where he's gonna go.
Yeah, exactly.
And this makes for very controlled sound.
Yeah.
And something that's unique to him. And a lot of players, of course, a lot of players do that.
Yeah, but I think his style and technique of playing is very unique.
He picks and chooses.
Unlike
just kind of like falling into
I feel like he combines multiple different styles of music into one solo a lot of the time.
As we've been saying the whole album.
It's crazy how he does it. I really don't know. There's a lot of parts where you really can't even hear what he's playing because he's playing it incredibly fast in the scope of a lot of the solos that are on this album. They're not played incredibly fast, but this one is just it's a just nasty solo, man. And it goes on for so long, but you want to hear more. And they keep delivering.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Silver Gun Superman. I think I'm gonna give this one a 9.8.
9.8. Oh man, I'm gonna have to give it a 9.9.
Yeah. Brooklyn Nine-Nine.
It's a good show.
Good show. Yeah, 9.8 for me. It's just once again not a single. It's an album track, bro. And it just imagine every single one of these songs as like a pillar. All of them they're not crumbling, bro. They're holding.
They're all weight bearing.
They're all weight bearing pillars, and they're holding this album. It's like the Parthenon, basically.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I compare Purple to. All these albums just stand tall on their own. So, yeah, Silver Gun Superman, phenomenal song. Next song on the album is the last single on the album, Big Empty. Slide?
You never heard that before? I never heard that before either.
I love that part right there.
The middle eight?
Yeah.
No, that's not the middle eight. What am I saying? Shout out to Brendan O'Brien. I think he's playing some keys on this, I think.
Oh my God.
I think. Do you think there's a piano there?
Some sort of electric keys.
I gotta check this really quick.
This is such an atmospheric part of the song. Dean creeping again, dude. His snare just has such a good pop to it.
Yeah.
That one just kind of takes you.
It's one of the bigger choruses of the 90s.
Yeah.
That's for sure.
To me, that's a perfect drum fill. That is a perfect, memorable drum fill by Eric. That's just one that kind of rings out in your head. Even while you're listening to the chorus, you're like, wait, what was that? Yeah, dude, this is... there's a classic video of Scott smoking a cigarette while Dean's doing the slide on this. He's singing at the same time, and it's iconic for me. There's just this. I don't even know how to describe it, man. I'm at a loss for words on this one, really.
I'll take over.
Go for it, please.
Tim, this is just. I'm always kind of. There's some things I just latch onto in songs. I always thought that the drum solo had one more beat, or not the drum solo, the drum fill into the chorus had one more hit. But it goes bum ba da bum.
Yeah.
It doesn't go bum ba da dum bum.
Yeah, he just rolls off on the.
There's one one extra beat that he takes up bum ba da bum, and he's into it. It's huge, man. Everything,
massive.
Everything about this song is just huge.
Yeah, I love it. You know, that middle 8 section is so interesting to put in there. You know, Dean's creeping on the slide again. There's a lot great slide playing on this song. I feel like it really has a purpose. You know what I mean? Dean is just, man, one of my favorite guitar players for good reason. He's just phenomenal. But yeah.
All right, do you want to hear some of the interesting things that I found?
Yes.
So these are clearing up some stuff from the other songs as well. So some of the percussion on Pretty Penny was also played by Scott.
Oh, okay.
Scott also played some guitar on Silver Gun Superman. Dean also did some percussion on Pretty Penny and played the drums on the ending part of Silver Gun Superman.
What? Okay. All right.
Rob also played guitar on Vaseline, Loungefly, Pretty Penny, Silver Gun Superman, and Kitchenware and Candy Bars, and also did percussion on Pretty Penny as well.
Yep.
And then, of course, Eric did percussion on Vaseline, Loungefly, Pretty Penny, and Big Empty. Also, Brendan O'Brien did a ton of stuff as well. Later songs, we're not going to talk about them yet. But here's the important one I was looking at.
Yeah.
The ending guitar solo on Loungefly was played by Paul Leary, who was in, was the lead guitarist and occasional lead vocalist for the Butthole Surfers.
What? Okay, yeah.
What?
Yeah. Okay, we literally have a Stone Temple Pilots Butthole Surfers poster right back there.
So they're friends.
They are friends. I think they toured together. The core tour was with Butthole Surfers, so.
Sorry to just fact drop a bunch of stuff on it, but a lot of
cool.
interesting.
That is cool. I did not know that. That makes sense, though, because I think the Butthole Surfers use a lot of slide kind of guitar in their music, a lot of weird different styles in there.
Well, I think the Paul Leary solo was just played normal.
Is it?
I think so. I don't think it's a slide.
I thought the last solo was a slide.
Well, it's kind of under the mix a little bit.
Okay.
You get what I mean?
Yeah.
Because there's like 3 solos practically in the song.
Yeah. Okay. We'll have to go.
It was a great solo, though.
We'll have to go back and listen to it at a later point, which we definitely will. But yeah, Big Empty, man. Just Scott's vocals on this one. They're very breathy, and kind of.
Man.
Yeah, but also kind of loathing a little bit. Yeah, dude, this is one of my favorites. Definitely. This is a 10 for me.
This is a 10.
Easy 10 for me.
Oh, it's back now.
Yeah. Easy 10 for me.
Yeah, I already said it, but 10.
So yeah, the next song on the album is Unglued. Slightly out of tune.
Slightly out of tune. Slightly sharp.
Love that little section right there. Angry solo. Harmonics, baby.
You hear that?
Eric doing a little blast beat.
Yeah, slow blast beat. So much attitude.
A lot of attitude. Attitude era of WWE, if you will. Shout out to the Attitude Era. This slightly out of tune, like we said. It's a little sharp. Man, I love this. It's such a bendy riff. It's a bendy riff.
Wow.
Man, creative.
Just in all aspects, it's mostly like just open chords for the chorus, but he just changes it up like in the solo.
Yeah.
I just told Ryan about it earlier. He pinches 2 strings together so that he can bend them at the same time.
Yeah.
Kind of gives it like that, like a quick back and forth between.
Almost like a bell, kind of.
Oh, in a way, yeah.
Almost like a chime, a little bit. It's
Bang, boom.
no, the song kind of makes you feel like you're coming unglued.
Yeah.
Got this feeling coming over me. This is also one that kind of makes you want to drive fast.
Yeah.
Scott comes in on very aggressive style on this one. I feel like. Also, another kind of raunchy song.
Moderation is.
Not gonna say it. I won't say it.
Family friendly.
Family friendly podcast. Just Josh.
FFP.
Just Josh. Fuck. Fuck. Sorry.
Remy,
anyways.
come. Remy, sit. Speak.
Fuck. Okay. Anyways. Yeah. Rob's doing some awesome stuff under this too, and dude, when we're listening. It's easier to hear the drums over like louder speakers than it is like over headphones, I feel like. And this is kind of a really Eric driven song, I feel like.
Oh.
Very big time.
Yeah.
Big time.
Almost so I think he's almost pretty much all snare on this one.
Yeah. Once again. Oh man. Love it. Definitely. I feel like this is kind of goes under the radar in terms of this album.
I think so,
for a lot
actually.
of people. I feel like it goes under the radar, but this is definitely one of my favorites. I'd say it's got an edge to it for sure. Yeah, Colby, you got anything else to harp on?
It's got like a super interesting solo in it. I know I mentioned
Yeah.
just a second, but he kind of does like this, like little run where he just does the same, like yeah, he does the same movement, just moving down strings each time. You know what I mean? And it kind of used a lot in metal solos, I think.
Yeah. Little metal lick.
Yeah, I know Kirk uses it. It's just like so weird to put it in this.
Yeah,
And
but it flows oddly well. That's the thing. Like his phrasing, it just works because of how he phrases stuff. He's a master phraser, if you will.
Master Fraser.
Master phraser, if you will. But
Moderation is master phrasing.
there we go. Moderation is master phrasing. Put that on a shirt, bro. Moderation is master.
Put it on a t-shirt.
Put it on a t-shirt. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna go ahead and rate this one. I think I'm gonna give it a 9.5.
I wanted to give it a 10, man. Don't get influenced by Ryan.
Don't get influenced. Peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure, peer pressure.
I just find that really it's the solo that kind of kicks it up for me a little bit. I'm probably gonna go 9.7.
Okay. All right. Yeah.
It's very close to a perfect song to me.
Yeah. And kind of flies under the radar, like we said, for a lot of people, for no good reason. It's a great song. But yeah,
It's punkier.
It is, yeah. Agreed. I agree with that. It's fast paced.
Oh yeah. Probably the fastest one on the album.
Yeah, I'd say.
Between this and Vaseline.
Yeah,
Can't really
Vaseline
tell.
might be, especially with Eric's playing on Vaseline. It might be. Yeah. But yeah, the second to last song. Well, I guess third to last song. On this album is Army Ants. One of the coolest riffs, dude. What's he got on this?
Phaser.
Phase 90?
I don't know if it's a Phase 90. My favorite thing in drums is when like each of like those big kind of like hits is accented.
Yeah.
You know, like ba 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 ba. Like when they're broad stroke hits, you know.
Eric's great at that.
It's not like they're little pecks.
The percussive elements on this are sick too.
And he uses some of my favorite guitar techniques, a stacked chord in this song. We all know who the all-star on this track is.
Yeah. I love a little simple choke right there, dude. Come on, Eric. It's growling, dude. His guitar just growled. What? Who's a standout, Colby?
Eric Kretz, man.
Eric Kretz. God damn, bro.
Look, literally, probably close to 100 times we've heard this song.
Yeah.
We never heard this.
Never heard that cymbal
the
choke.
cymbal choke.
So awesome.
I love cymbal chokes, man.
Oh my god. I mean, fuck, dude. That fill to go into the solo is just masterful. That is a masterful drum fill. The musicianship on this one is crazy.
From everybody.
From everyone.
I love Rob's bass part underneath this too. And here, we got to preface this. Well-known guest on our podcast, Jordy.
The Peanut.
This is his favorite STP song,
Yes.
I think. And for good reason.
For great reason. This is, oh man. Just from the effects used in the beginning with that phaser, it kind of just sounds.
Sorry, the phaser. Yeah.
It kind of just sounds like something out of a storybook, you know, like it's enchanting almost. And man, just building up with that wall of sound right there, and then just dropping it straight into that fast-paced ass riff. Oh man, I love this song. This might be the other 10.
Yeah. Oh no, this is a 10, Ryan.
Yeah. This yeah.
Yeah, this is a weird thing to say. I don't know why. It makes sense to me. I want to say I feel like when he was doing like the verse riff, he was running.
Yeah.
It feels like you'd have to be sprinting.
Yeah.
To be playing this. I don't know.
Well, I feel like, especially in the solo, I feel like it's a conversation between the phrases. You know, I feel like that's something
there's space
that's done so well. It sounds like he's almost using like effects to make it sound like there's bombs being dropped or something. You know, like his guitar's squealing and then it growls a little bit and then it barks back. It's just so interesting, his techniques used in this solo, and just throughout the entire song. Oh man, I mean, Dean is also a standout on this.
Oh yeah,
it's insane. He has two of the most memorable solos, I'd say, of his career on this album, with Silver Gun and this song.
Vaseline as well.
And Vaseline. But Army Ants is just, it might be my favorite solo on the album over Silver Gun. Yeah, and Vaseline. It just grabs you by the throat, dude. Just takes you.
Yeah, you want to hear something interesting about it?
Yeah.
So you know that part near the beginning when he's kind of just like going down the bow, bow, hits an open G string in the middle of a solo. Hitting it like
love open strings,
except for like on Crazy on You by Heart.
Yeah,
they hit the open D and G, but just to hit the open G
in a solo.
What are you doing?
Where he's going so fast, hitting open strings while you're playing fast is a hard thing to do, and he just does it.
Yeah, because he does a band boom, bow,
and then
he
takes the next phrase.
Yeah.
It's just
there's like 2 to 3 beats of space there.
Yeah, man, just
people don't do that as much anymore.
Shout out to Dean DeLeo and Eric Kretz on this one for just being the absolute standouts.
And Robin Scott too.
And Robin Scott, but this musically,
I would say the others are the biggest compliments in the world.
Yeah.
But those two dominate the track.
Yeah, this one's dominated by Dean and Eric for sure. Holy shit, man! That one just kind of takes you on a roller coaster a little bit from that beginning to just boom. Just like that.
So 2 10s from the Pog Boys here. Give me a handshake for that too. Left hand.
Yes, sir.
Jeez.
Sorry, I got a tight grip.
No, you're leaning.
Yeah, well, I can't. Anyways. All right. So, are we doing my second album or
12 Branches? Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, so it's in the song. So
the last song on the album technically is Kitchenware and Candy Bars. But it's split into 2 songs with my second album as the hidden track on it. So, this is Kitchenware and Candy Bars. Oh, dude. God.
Spots you would think there was going to be a stay, there's not.
It's open hi-hat.
Brendan O'Brien.
Actually? Nice.
And he was playing the Mellotron on Army Ants.
You hear that?
Yeah.
Stab on probably a cello.
I think so. Little harmonies.
Kick on the dirt, dude. That Phil? You hear that? Oh man,
Drum or guitar?
Drum. And this drops out. Man, I can't believe the album's over. Really, this sucks. Can't believe this album.
Why is it still playing though?
I don't know. Why does the disc have? Why does the record have more space on it? Is there a hidden track on this album?
No, there shan't.
There shouldn't be. There's no way there's a hidden track on this album.
Isn't this their second album?
This is their second album. How many? Wait. What? Hidden track! The second album. Like, who does this, bro?
Lounge song.
At the end of a hard rock album? Goes from 12 gracious to 1 dozen. Great way to switch up there.
The second album.
Dude, I feel like that is one STP song I wish we could see live. Not
the second album?
Yeah, that one. That'd be awesome.
Oh, okay.
But
Kitchenware
and Candy Bars is one that I wish we could see live because that solo is disgusting. I'd
love to see him embellish upon that.
I would love to hear his tone for that live as well.
Wow.
Wow. But yeah, no, just a killer song. So many different elements going into this. I mean, STP is one of those bands that I feel like would be awesome if they had like a full symphony playing behind them as well, like a full orchestra of just music. Because I mean, they're all stellar musicians. They could definitely work around that beautifully. That'd be amazing.
Like if they had a full-time keyboard player and small horn section, who knows what they would have done.
It'd be crazy. Probably turn into the Dave Matthews Band, Stone Temple Matthews Band. But no, this is one of my favorites. I'm giving this one a 10 for me, for Kitchenware and Candy Bars.
Weiland, DeLeo, and Kretz.
Yeah.
There you go. That's their trio name. Yep. Even though there's 4.
Yeah.
A 10? 10 for Kitchenware and Candy Bars?
Kitchenware and Candy Bars, for sure.
Yeah, me too.
This is one of the first songs that Colby and I actually like worked out by ear as well. We kind of just sat around one day and tried to learn it, and it's very fun to play. And that upstroke, bro, I love upstrokes, and that one is just that hits you.
All those open strings.
That hits you for sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, there was a fill that I was talking about before they go into the last chorus that Eric does. It's sick. It's only on the snare, I think, but I never even noticed it before. But it sounds awesome. This entire song is amazing. So, yeah, Colby, harp on it.
Yeah, I really just want to go back to the tone.
Yeah.
Because I don't know if he's just got the wah kicked all the way back. I don't know what he did. If he has a talk box, who knows?
Might be a talk box.
Wow.
It might be a talk box.
Because I always like sound just like somebody just like
yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me. And he has that one. I don't know. It's like he's like fighting it. He's trying to wrangle it, but he's just getting the sound out of it. It's sick.
Love it. It is. Damn, he has so many. There's a lot of great solos on this one.
It's like that one. There's nothing, like I said, it's just that he's fighting with it, and that's what makes it so awesome.
Yeah, especially in the scope of the song, with how I don't want to say the song itself is very, very open and atmospheric, kind of. And when he comes in and when he wrangles it, it tightens it up so much.
And then when they kick in the dirt, kick in the dirt, as you said,
kick in the dirt, throw it in F, throw it in F. I'm just gonna fucking jam. Anyways, but yeah, Kitchenware and Candy Bars is what?
Nothing.
Kitchenware and Candy Bars, weirdly named song, but a great song through and through. Second time, I think.
I've said attitude 3 times this video, so 4.
But yeah, greatness. Colby. Anything else to add for Kitchenware and Candy Bars?
I don't believe so.
I got one thing to say about my second album. Only STP could put a lounge singer at the end of a hard rock album.
Yeah.
Only STP.
Maybe it's something Faith No More would do too, but I don't really listen to Faith No More, but I've heard that's something they would probably do.
Okay. Well, Faith No More might do it, but STP does it and executes it well. Who's the singer on that? We always look this up and we forget. But he's a Seattle guy, isn't he?
Yes.
Yeah.
Richard Peterson.
And
it says he's a musician who happens to be a big fan of Johnny Mathis, but that is citation is needed. So there's no citation. So do not take that to heart, folks.
So yeah, just like I said, that's the only thing I got to say about it. Only STP can put a lounge singer at the end of a hard rock album.
I'll give it a 10 too.
I'll give it a 10 as well. Yeah.
I find it very pleasant too.
It is pleasant.
Got a great voice.
Yeah, he does. Very croony, great lounge voice.
All right, well.
Yeah. Everyone. I think I'm going to rate this album a 10.
I'm going to have to give it a 10 too.
I think it's hard not to with as many 10s as we've interlaced in there. Just the entire album itself flows so well. And I mean, without the addition of my second album, I think this album would be less than 45 minutes.
Mm-hmm.
So it just goes through so well. It flows. Every song in this album kind of makes you want to listen to the next song to see what else they're going to bring. And it's a 10 for me. It's an easy 10.
Yeah, I think it might be one of the best albums of the 90s.
Easily. For me, yeah, easily.
I think it stands pretty strong.
Stands very strong. So yeah, is there anything else you want to add?
It's been a pleasure.
It has been a pleasure. Second time listening to it today, back to back actually. But it's always a pleasure. Shout out to STP for making this masterpiece of an album. Go see him on tour this summer if you get the chance. Try to catch him in a show. Celebrating the 30th anniversary of Purple. One of the greatest albums in the 90s. Yeah. Everyone, hope you enjoyed the video album review. Colby, nothing more to say?
All
right, everyone. It's been the Puddle of Grunge podcast. Peace out, guys.
Peace.